Happen to the sound.
Hello, Linda. Hello, Eva. Oh, good to see you. Hello, Marta. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Nancy, Elizabeth, Francis, Barbara, another Barbara, Irina, I think. Okay, it's so cool to have you. I only see one screen at the time, but I welcome everybody. So we're gonna start. It's 9:02. I wanted just to make sure that everybody knows everything. So welcome all the coaches and all the future course creators in the room. It's so amazing to be in a room full of superheroes, and I call you guys superheroes for a reason, because I started this school of self-mastery because this is the first step, I think, for our greater self-awareness, becoming a better person, connecting with this higher self. But it's just the first stage. But all the courses and coach creators and just educators in general are superheroes for a reason, because they're putting themselves out there to share those gifts, to share all these super cool things that you discovered inside yourself, those superpowers, share that with others, right? Not just keep it for yourself, not just you have a better life, not just you have be happier, have more joy, but have others to do the same thing. And that's hard, because you really have to have like good communication skills, and you have to have this courage to put yourself out there, and even if you don't really know what to do, okay? And I know that because I've been there. So I would want to honor you all for doing this, for being there for others and building that communication skill set online, trying to put your courses out there. So what we're gonna do today, guys, is we're gonna create a little marketing bit that will allow you to actually put yourself on the map, be there, right? So not just that you're capable and willing to do that, but you're making yourself available for these people from this moment on. Okay, so I'm gonna share here really quickly our banner for the event, so all of you know exactly that you came into the right place. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is the topic for our today's session. We're gonna create a little funnel, a little homemade funnel. I call it organic Facebook funnel. And this little thing will allow you to promote your courses and coaching programs through community groups and events on Facebook. Okay? Now, I know that most of you at this stage, guys, you are in a process of creating those things, creating your offer, creating the course, creating the program. It might not be ready yet. Maybe some of you have the first version of it, and you just started maybe to think about marketing process. But before we actually dive into this work and creating anything over here, I wanted to bust one myth about marketing. Okay, and I've learned this the hard way. I had to actually hit the rock bottom. I ended up on the floor of the refugee center, just to make it really vivid picture for you guys, because I went all in and I tried to do it like pros. I just didn't have skills to do it like pros, so it didn't work for me, right? But then I learned a little bit more about marketing, and I hired myself in a marketing agency to discover the marketing, as they teach us, as the most courses are showing us, are these three stages. And they tell us, when you're creating this business, you're going to have an offer creation, you're going to have a marketing, and then you're going to have the fulfillment, right? Which is true. It's nothing wrong with that. It's true. And it works for big people, for companies who has marketing budgets, who have the departments, who have all these different things and skills to do it like that. But when you're a solopreneur, and especially just like I was, a beginning one who didn't actually sell anything online in the past, who didn't have even experience marketing online in the past, that didn't work for me. And the reason for that was because I didn't know that marketing is not just one segment, is not just one piece that is in the middle after you create your offer, and then comes marketing. It's actually an integrated part of all three stages, right? And I've learned that after being 1 year working in a marketing agency, I finally discovered a guy, very, very well-known professor, Kotler, okay, marketing professor from Northwest University, and he gave me this idea that marketing, especially for this is for everybody, but especially for solopreneurs, we have to realize that there's a bit of marketing in every stage. In the offer creation, there's a bit of marketing. You have to have this collaborative moments, right, when you're creating your offer. So your marketing has to start from day one when you decided to become a coach or an online course creator. Day one starts the marketing, okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to have all the bells and whistles and all the software. You have to do certain things, right? I'm going to discover this today. And then the middle part, the marketing, what most people call marketing, is just a marketing campaign. It's a promotion time. Yes, there's a phase for this, second phase. And the third phase is a fulfillment phase where you also market. And the marketing in the fulfillment phase is what gives you the sustainable business, right? So you will be marketing in all these three phases. And that is why it's worth to actually build your marketing skills, build your communication skills, and see what are the marketing elements in each stage, rather than waiting until the moment, okay, now it's time to market, okay? Because you're gonna end up like me, and I'm gonna show you why I did that, why it didn't happen to me like the way I wanted later on, okay? So with that being said, guys, today we're building the homemade funnel, okay? It's a homemade funnel because this is something that everybody can do, and it doesn't require any paid software. It doesn't require any ad spend, okay? It doesn't require any of your money. You can start it, you can do it today, right? Make it better tomorrow or the week after. But the cool thing about it, the great thing about it, is not just the fact that you're going to have a funnel, that you're going to put yourself on the map. You're going to have a business card, right? And maybe a group on Facebook, and maybe an office or something. It's not about this. It's about what it allows you to do if you have this, who it will allow you to become, right? Because we have to become marketers and not just buy something that will give us the marketing and give us the clients, right? You with me on this one? Okay, so the best way for me to sort of like explain to you, give you this idea why how does it work is through this imaginary situation. Okay, so I'm gonna play a game. Are you guys okay to play a quick quiz? Right, hands up. Is okay with me giving you a quiz question? You're good for the quiz question, Elizabeth? Yeah, thank you. Nancy, you're good for quiz question? All right, so pay attention. It's going to be a quiz question. So imagine a situation where you have been invited to become a part of an Avenger team. Who knows who the Avenger team is? I put the t-shirt for a reason today. Big fans of Avengers, all right? That's the group that is saving the humanity from evil aliens, okay? So now you've been invited to be a part of this Avenger team, and now you want to prepare yourself to be a really valuable member of the team so you can really serve that humanity well, right? And not die during the first mission, okay? So now you have three options to prepare to be a good member of this Avengers. Option number one, okay? And I wanted to choose one option only, okay? Option number one, what you do is you do everything that is in your power to buy yourself the latest version of Iron Man suit, all right? Like with all the bells and whistles, everything. You buy that, you read the manual, and you call yourself for duty for the next Avengers mission. That's option one. This is how you do it, all right? You're becoming an Avenger, you prepare like this. Option number two now, okay? You enroll yourself to a superhero school, right? And in this school, you have like 3 semesters or like 5 semesters or whatever. You're gonna learn all the strategies that Avenger has. You're gonna learn about armor, about weapon, about the tactics and everything, all these past missions that will teach you how to do all this. We'll have some training. And after you graduate from the school, you then go and call yourself for duty to the next Avenger mission. Okay, that was option number 2. Now, option number 3, what you do is you make yourself a superhero costume, like a homemade, right? Not an Iron Man suit. It's just like the Spider-Man homemade stuff, right? I'm talking here. And then you just go out to your closest neighborhood and try to save one person here and one person there, and just ask people what they need and serve them. And then you go through 100 missions like that to serve one person, to just save one person. You save 100 people. After serving 100 people and going through 100 missions, then you call in and become the Avenger team member, and you go for the real Avenger team mission. So I want you to put in the chat right now, which option out of these 3 options would you choose to become the most valuable member of the Avenger team? Which option do you think would give you the biggest chance to survive the first mission, saving the humanity with evil aliens, right? Give me some numbers in the chat. I'm going to check it out over here. Okay, so we got 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so for now, we have the majority of you choose 3, aspire for option 3, but I feel like I live in 2. Okay, thank you for the honesty, Bex. That's look, guys, there's no bad answers over here. Whichever answer you're gonna choose, it's a good answer. And I tell you, it's always better to prepare something than just go and for the Avenger mission with nothing, right? Then you're gonna die for sure. So each option is a good option. I'm just curious, like where is your gravitation right now? So most of you for now said 3. I have one person for, I forgot what was one. The one was the Iron Man suit. You buy yourself an the Iron Man suit and you just go. All right, and option 2. Okay, thank you guys for honesty. I know that I've been through all 3 stages, to be honest. You know, I went from 1 through 2, and then now I'm on the 3. And the reason why was that is that because even if you do have, like, imagine if you do have this suit, right? And you read the manual, but you never actually use it in action. And then you go there and then all these evil aliens are attacking you and you're going to panic and you're going to die. For sure. Right? That's what happened to me. I died with my first attempt on the floor of the refugee center. I died because I didn't know how to use my Avenger suit. Okay, so now the second option is amazing, is also good, but it takes a lot of time, right? A lot of effort, and it still doesn't prepare you physically. You don't have it in your body. You have it intellectually. You know all the strategies. You know how things work. You know what could possibly happen, but you never actually been in a mission. So I would not want to go and work and like try to save the humanity against the mega evil characters. I would start with the small burglars first, just to have a feeling how it feels like, how it makes my, like if I'm not going to freeze, if I'm not going to panic, I want to know that, right? That's why the third option is the safest option to prepare, to be a valuable member and actually serve that humanity a little bit longer. I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know in the comments below if that was your sort of like way of thinking, because again, for me, it took me a while before I realized that that's what we need to do, that there is no magic button that will say, I'm becoming a marketer right now. I'm becoming an Avenger team member, right? I'm buying myself a suit. I'm buying myself the software. I'm paying for ads and people are flying to me and they're becoming my clients. There is nothing like it, okay? Unless you actually was born a Thor, maybe, right? And you just have the hammer, and then, you know, no matter what you do, it's going to work for you. Some people are like it. Most are not. Okay. Most are not. And that's why we are here today to start with this little thing. We're going to build this homemade armor, with homemade suit, which is the Facebook funnel that will allow you to build your skills, to help one person, to put yourself on the map. Okay. So with that being said, guys, we are ready right now to dive into our little workshop. But just one thing before we start doing things, I want to make sure that you're all ready for this. So before the event, we were actually sending workbook, okay? And I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Athena, if you could just drop a link to the workbook one more time in the chat. And also if you can do this for our Facebook friends in Build Your Brand, just in case somebody still don't have it. I'm going to show you how it looks like right now, because I want you to do stuff right away. Okay, don't just listen, but actually do stuff. And it doesn't matter how it's going to work out today. Today, you can just click 5 things and it's still going to be okay, right? And later we can make it better. Okay, so for now, guys, look, this is the document. Athena is going to drop that link. When you click on this link, this is where it's going to take you, right? And I was also recommending for you guys to actually come in with 2 devices. So you can either watch us on one device and open this on the other device on the laptop so you can do something, or connect another screen. Now, if you haven't done that, but you do want to do it now, you want to sort of like ask some technical questions, we have 2 other coaches over here. You can let us know in the chat. Lucy will check it out, and we can send you to the breakout room with Athena or Aiden, who will help you set up your station, your workstation last minute, okay? That can happen on the side. We're gonna move on over here. But if some of you want help, some technical help, they can do it, okay? So just let us know in the chat that you do need some help, how to connect the second device or whatever. If it's possible, we can help you. And if not, just move along with the one device is still okay, okay? We're just gonna work with what we have. So once you have this, guys, I just want you to make sure that you will click. You won't be able to edit this document until you click on the file over here, and then you're going to click on make a copy. All right, now it's going to open and pop up in a new window. Okay, and this version is just for you. Nobody else will have access to this version. So now you will be able, it will take a little while before Canva make a copy, right? Now you have this document just for you, and you will be able to modify this, right? Like add something, type in over here stuff, right? So this is what we want you to do before we actually start doing anything. So I want you to do this right now, guys. Get ready. Those of you who are not ready, and those of you who are ready, that's amazing. We're gonna do one thing right now that will give us a certainty that this is gonna be the best spend hour today. Okay, that you're not just gonna sit here, that you're going to squeeze out the maximum out of this session. Okay, this is my dream, to serve you guys to the maximum level. And I've learned from nobody else than Tony Robbins that it's not just about delivering some strategy, some steps that works, but it's about helping people to put themselves in the state of action, put themselves in the state of like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm going to do something. Okay, and we want to do that for you, but I'm not an expert in this. So I figured, okay, I can't really do that very well, but I know somebody who can help us. And so I invited my friend Hector Brito, who is an expert in putting people in a good state of mind and connecting this with body and with the spirit. Okay, now Hector was our client, right? And now he becomes also a partner and a leader in our Launch Lab Academy, which I'm super proud of. But Hector was a professional athlete and a professional boxer until he was in an accident and he was paralyzed from neck down, right? He was completely paralyzed, and he was able to fully recover to full mobility, and he just mastered his body like nobody else. Now he's helping other professional athletes and people to just reconnect and own their body. Okay, and Hector is going to come here for 4 minutes. He's going to just give us one exercise, okay? So it's nothing fancy, just one exercise, but it will put you in the right state, okay? So I hope you're going to keep your mind open and do it with us. Make sure that you are ready to take in that knowledge and not just listen, okay? So without further ado, Hector, my friend, if you can take the floor for the next 4 minutes, we can put ourselves in this peak state. Where is Hector? Hector, unmute yourself. It would be better if we can hear you.
I am here. I am here. Can you see me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Awesome. Thank you, Mike. I just want to tell you, first of all, that Tony Robbins says that where you put your focus, that's exactly where your energy flows. So where focus goes, energy flows, right? And I say that in the month of January, I call it the seed month. Whatever you plant in this month has the power to give you produce and give you fruits throughout the rest of the year. So with that being said, let's think about one single focus, all right? I want you to think of, we're going to do an exercise. It's going to be 10 seconds. And you know what? It'll be, but let me get to that. Let me get you the focus. Think that you have a pencil in your hand, right? You're going to take that pencil. You're going to put it in your chest. It's an imaginary pencil. You can do it physically. Just tap it. And you're going to squeeze that pencil tight into your chest. Okay. I'm going to do this standing, but if just to demonstrate the full movement. If you're sitting, you can do it sitting. As a matter of fact, you should do it sitting so that you can always do this whenever you're feeling tired, whenever you're feeling that you're losing focus. 10 seconds, boom, you're done. So here we go. Okay, so we have this pretend pencil right here. Okay, you're gonna squeeze the pencil with your chest, not with your hands, but you're gonna allow your hands to come into the center. And then you're gonna pull that pencil into your body and it's gonna come out your back and you're gonna squeeze it in the back. And it looks like this. So you're gonna take, like you have this ball of energy inside your room and you're gonna collect that energy, right? Squeeze the pencil, put your hands together right there. You don't have to smack them, squeeze the pencil. And then you're gonna make a fist and you're gonna pull good energy from the earth. You're gonna ground yourself. You're gonna bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And right here, you're gonna transfer that pencil into the back. So squeeze. And as you keep squeezing, get it a little bit more. Let your hands come out and squeeze your back. Squeeze that pencil really tight. Ready? And then here, you're gonna breathe out. You're gonna open up your hands. So every time we're breathing out, is gonna be at the end, at the top, and at the bottom, and then we're gonna breathe in at the center. So it goes like this. We're ready? You're gonna breathe in, right? And then you're gonna explode it to the out. Bring it here, and you breathe in. Ready? Bring your hands down, squeeze that pencil. This first practice one. Bring it in, breathe it. And right here, open up, squeeze the pencil. Breathe out. And that was 2 practice. Ready? Here's the third one. Breathe in, pour all that energy and blow it out. Ready? Here we go. And 1. In, squeeze. 2. Up. Come on. 3. Don't throw your elbows back. Squeeze it in really tight. And come on. Up to the center. Bring it up. Blow it out. Blow it out. Then all the energy go out. Breathe it in. Bring it down. Squeeze the pencil. Blow it out. Breathe in here. Yeah. Come on. Come with me. Ready? Here we go. We got 5 left. Ready? Here we count. 1. In. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now stop right here and take a moment and breathe in. Put your hands so that your belly button is in the center. This is a cool down breathe out. Ready? Now just close your eyes for a moment and see what you can see. Hear what you can hear. And now feel your body. One more cool down breath. Ready? Can you feel the current? Can you feel the energy through your body? Just kind of move your elbows just a little bit. There you go. I'm sorry, your shoulders. Last breath. Now you can use this at any time you want. Ready? Last breath. Hold it at the top. Hold it at the top. Open up your hands. And just let the hands roll down. And be in the receiving place. Be in that reception place. Mike, they are all yours.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome. So this is just one exercise. Hector is going to be showing us more exercises, guys, later on inside our community. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother, for this amazing exercise. Now, guys, whenever you feel like you're losing focus, or maybe you're just drifting away, or just have no energy, just repeat this a couple more times. You don't have to do 4 minutes. You can do like 5 times. and you will see that it brings back the focus. Okay, so with that being said, guys, we are now ready to dig in and do that little funnel, start the work. I'm going to share my screen over here. I hope that everybody is ready now to start doing something on Canva. So on your other screen, on your Canva screen, you should be able to see this right now, right? This organic Facebook funnel. This is what we will be building, okay? And we are building it throughout this next 3 days. Today, we're only going to do this Facebook profile, okay? The 5 elements of the Facebook profile. Tomorrow, we're going to cover the group. And then the third day, we're going to cover the Facebook event, okay? All these 3 things together are giving you this first homemade Ironman suit that will allow you to just start talking to people, start building the communication skills on social media, and drive that traffic, drive those interested people in your topic, people to your future programs. And you can do that even if your program is not ready yet. It's even better because you get to ask people on the way while you're building your program what else they want or how else you can make it better, right? So it makes total sense to have this from day one of your journey building an online knowledge business, okay? Now, like I said, I wanted to make sure, guys, that you actually do understand that why this is so important that you start like this, and why all those coaches that are teaching you do the offer first and then start the marketing later are actually not right for the solopreneurs like us, who has no experience in marketing and no big budget for marketing. Okay, you see, you're building your programs, and this is something that you will be selling. And the marketing, there is something called marketing funnel, right? So you probably heard about these different stages of the funnel and how people are just going all the way from not like strangers to clients, right? And the thing is, the marketing funnel is actually a reversed funnel, just like this one right here. Okay, so people are not coming from the top, they're coming from the bottom, and they're climbing up your funnel. Okay, so when you're creating your offers, when you're creating your coaching programs, you're focusing all your attention on this top level of your funnel, or this end goal of your funnel, right? That's the big goal. This is where you exchange money for your experience or knowledge. Okay, now the thing is that people will never get there if they're not going to give you many yeses on the way, right? And here's the thing: when you're creating this funnels and you're buying the software, the platforms, but you don't really know how it works on the lower levels, how do you attract people on social media, how do you take them through this process on each stage, and you don't have those yeses on the level 1 or 2 or 3, there is nobody here. This is empty. There are crickets over here. And you have a beautiful page. You have an amazing program. You have an amazing funnel and maybe even like an email automation, but there's no people there. Or the people who are coming are completely not qualified. Okay. And that's, like I said, there is no magic button that will turn that on, because I was going through that path as well. Right? I wanted to do it like this. So I went through KBB, I went through Project Next, I went through One Funnel Away, I bought ClickFunnels, I bought MindMint that later on was turned into Mastermind. I created my funnel in one place, in the other place. I was marketing, I was spending money on it. I was spending a whole bunch of time on Facebook trying to do organic marketing. And I also tried my ads on Facebook, completely not worked for me, because of lack of the knowledge, not because it doesn't work, right? And I was so on board 100%. I burned the boats, just like Tony said, not that I wanted, but because COVID closed my business in education when I was working with kids, we just closed down in one day. So I didn't have other ways to earn money. And I was doing this for the whole year. I earned nothing. I finally realized I have no money to pay for anything else, and I don't have no money to pay for rent, right? So now I had to tell my fiance back then Then we're going to move out from our little apartment because we can't afford it anymore. And we're going to move into the refugee center. And we will be teaching children in that refugee center, because that's going to be how we will survive the next couple months, right? Because we don't have any other way to do that, right? So we've been living in that refugee center for as long as 1 year, guys. 1 year there, well, teaching kids during the day, and I was trying to do this at night, but I had no money anymore to pay for any ClickFunnels anymore. I had no money anymore to pay for anything for that matter. So what I had to do, I had to figure out the way, how do I do this without paying any money? And I did. I figured out, I had enough information from all these courses that I bought before, what I need to do, but I was stuck. I was stuck because I was not able to convert people. I had a funnel. People were coming to my funnel. They were coming to my event, and they even see my offer, right? But it was horrible, and I was not able to share it properly, and nobody was buying from me anything, right? So that was my problem, and the problem was not with the software, was not with that all these things that I bought didn't work. It was because I was not the person who is capable of communicating clearly what I can give to people and why they should buy it from me, right? I needed to become the person who knows how to do that, who knows how to share that message in a way that will be compelling to the other people, okay? And that required a little time. And so instead of buying all these things and spending all my money for the year one, I should actually just focus on practicing my skill set. And I started to do this because I was forced to it. I started to do it through this funnel on Facebook. I created my profile really nicely, and then I created my Facebook group really nicely, and then I created a Facebook event. And then I was going out there and telling people what I can help them with on my Facebook profile by networking in these different groups on Facebook. They friended me, they joined my group on Facebook, which is kind of like your house. And then I was inviting them to Facebook events, which is something like we're having right now, right? It's just a theme party when people coming to learn something or just talk about the topic, right? And then you can interest them potentially what else you can give them, what else you can help them with by sharing your offer, okay? That's what I started to do, okay? So now I realized after maybe a couple months of doing this that I can actually start earning money even without this Ironman suit. And that's what I want all of you to do, because I don't want you to spend money. I don't want you to be in this position when you have your amazing program, but you can't market, and then you start spending money on something that you can't use yet, right? It's not that it doesn't work. You just can't use it yet because you don't have all the skills, but you can start building that skills today, okay? So now we're gonna have Catherine. Catherine, can you unmute yourself, or somebody unmute Catherine so I can see her. Let me pull Catherine in. Catherine is here at pin. There you go. Here's Catherine. Now, Catherine was our magic wheel shows Catherine. So she will be in a spotlight today, and tomorrow we're gonna have Michelle, who also was on our on our wheel. So the two role models over here. Thank you for being brave to show your stuff on a big screen. Now, everybody else, guys, you can just follow up our steps over here so we can have some work done today, okay? So it all starts today with the creating the business card. I call it a business card on Facebook, but this is your Facebook profile. This is when people come and have a first impression of you and trying to figure out what are you all about, what can you help them with, okay? So we're going to be creating that. And in order to do this, I actually asked you to answer these two questions in one of the pre-trainings. So here we go. I'm going to actually switch to Kath because I had Catherine page open. There you go. So this was Catherine, and her answer for who she wants to talk to first, who she wants to help first. Okay, and I don't want you to overthink it. It's because this is not a your final avatar or anything like it. It's just a test. right? We just want to go through the motions over here really quickly so you can see how to do this, and then you can do it multiple times really quickly. Okay, this process doesn't take hours and hours and hours if you know what to do. Okay, so so we're just going to go through it quickly today, but then later you can give it a little bit longer time to who is that person, right? And then a little bit longer time, what is that result? What is that topic that I want to talk to them first, right? And make it better. Okay, so Catherine answered people that the first person that she'll be talking to and helping are people who can't create a good relationship. Okay, people who can't create a good relationship. Right, and I want you all to just choose anything right now. If you do have your avatar, just put a short description, like anything between 1 to 5 words over here, and move on to the next. Okay, so we're going to go with that. People who can't create good relationship. I'm going to copy this because we're going to need it later. The second question over here was, what is the result we want to provide? Which is, in another word, what's the topic we're going to discuss with this first person? And Catherine mentioned here that she wants to talk about people who are stuck, right? And have these questions in their head. Why am I stuck? Do I need a change? What stops me from progressing? And her bigger program, her bigger coaching idea over here is that she is helping people to move from stuck to an empowered state, right? From stuck to empowered state. This is her whole big coaching. But in this first topic, she will be covering like we're going to have like a little party when we will talk about with people who are stuck, who can't create a good relationship, and they're wondering why they're stuck, why they can't progress, why can't they find this better relationship, right? So I'm going to take these two, and I hope that you had that prepared, and we're going to start building this, guys. All right, so again, one quick reminder, the most amazing thing about this, guys, is that even though it's going to be a homemade Ironman suit, it allows you to practice all the skills that you will need when you will be using the professional one. And like once you build this, it's going to be very easy to transition to the paid one later and be good at it and not waste your money. Okay, so here we go. This is how it's going to look like, and this is what we're building. Okay, I'm going to create a banner. I'm going to make sure we have a good profile picture, good bio, good intro, and good featured photos. Okay, or photos or videos. Okay, so here we go. In order to create a banner, we're going to come up really quickly with a headline for our copy. But again, guys, this is not a copywriting workshop here. So don't try to make a perfect headline right now. It's not about that. It's just about having a headline that is kind of like talking about what you want to talk about, and that's it. And later we're going to make it better. Okay, so here we left you these 4 options. These are sort of like templates for headlines that you can use, right? And you can plug in your information. So Catherine, you had people who can't create a good relationship. That's the person. And we're talking about, why am I stuck? Why do I need a change? What stops me from progressing? Okay, which of these headlines we could try to adapt to that? We have this option, want to, and then we're going to plug in their desire. We have an option, what is their goal right now that they want without the problem, the pain that they have? Okay.
Okay.
Option 3 is and then what you do, right? So you could just say, I create social media content for you. I help people create the relationship they dream of, right? Like that.
Yeah.
So which one do you resonate with the most when it comes to time?
Let's see. Jeez. Why am I stuck? Do I need to change? What stops me from girls? Oh boy.
Okay, this is also time for all of you guys to come up with your first version of the headline. Again, don't try to be perfect, just choose something, and we're gonna plug it into our graphic in a second. Okay.
Okay, so, I don't know. I guess I would say I help you identify where you are, where and why you are stuck in.
Mhm.
Well,
So,
that's cool.
I'm looking at, like, let's
And
just
why are you coming this way, folks?
take the first
Come
one
on.
over here. Again, later on, you can actually create one for
Stay.
every single
Stay
option
here.
here.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Guys, if you can mute the other room, because otherwise we're not going to be able to hear each other. Okay, thank you for that. So if we're going to create just one for now, guys, but again, later on you can play around with this. You have 4 options. So let's try this first one. Want to create a good relationship, right? This is what you said over here. Want to create a good relationship. Okay, so this is going to be our headline. Okay, and other things that we will need for our design is going to be call to action, and you have one of the 4 options over here. So again, for now, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. You can choose just one, right? The most common one is this first one, info in description, right? When you don't have a clear understanding of what are the next steps in your funnel, just choose that one. Okay. And we can add additional sub headline just to make it more clear on either who you're serving or what's your method. Okay, so you sent to me, let me see if I have it here. There you go. This is the information, right, that you created about your program, Catherine. So your method is called conscious action transformation method. Okay, and I kind of like this, right? Like, obviously this name, like as a standalone name, doesn't mean anything to anybody, right? But if you put it in a context, it makes sense then, right? So if we have, let's say, this is our main headline, want to create a good relationship, and we're gonna have conscious action transformation method as a sub headline, now it makes sense, right? Now it's in a context. That makes sense, guys? Catherine?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So with this one, again, is definitely not perfect, guys, but it's enough what we need to do over here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and this is actually our sub headline. I put it over here, but this is a sub headline. You also have I think I left you 3 different options for how you can create this sub headline. So play around with these. These are from Jim Edwards, by the way, guys. Jim Edwards is a right hand of Russell Brunson. He's Russell Brunson's copywriter #1, and the guy who single-handedly did a $10 million funnel, right? Multiple times, by the way. So please use his stuff. This guy knows what he's talking about. Okay, we can just take the things that worked for him and make it ours. So now what we will do, we're going to create the banner, and we also prepare templates for you. Okay, so if you're going to click on this link over here, guys, I'm going to just show you how you can access these templates from here. If you click on it, you will see this little link and the 3 dots showing up. Okay, if you click on it, and then you're going to go and click on the link, right? Link. And then you're going to click on this little square go to link, right? So 3 clicks, and it will open in a new window. It will open and it will give you a prepared templates that you can use for your Facebook design. You can literally just take out these pictures, put in your pictures, put in your title, your headline, your sub headline, and it's ready to use. Okay, you can also change the colors. This is going to be so much easier than starting from the scratch. Okay, So again, you can play around later on more with this, but for the purposes of this lesson, right, we're just going to take the first one, okay, and I'm just going to show you really quickly how you will be modifying this and utilizing this copy. Okay, so I hope that you're all here. Now do remember that before you're going to start editing anything over here, you want to do a copy of this. So you're going to go here to File again and click Make a Copy. Okay, and now that copy is just going to be yours and nobody will mess it up for you. Okay, this is important because otherwise, if you're going to be modifying anything on this document, then other people will come to this document and they will mess up your stuff. Okay, so you don't want that. You want to make a copy and then it's going to be yours. Okay, so I hope that you're doing it right now. And in the meantime, I'm showing you over here few things how we can quickly modify this, not make it perfect, modify this so it will work. Okay, so now, first thing first, we are having a headline over here and we have to change that, what that headline says to what Catherine came up with. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to the other tab and get Catherine's headline. Catherine's headline was, where do I have it? Headline. This one, right? 1, 2. By the way, what I do here, just to make sure, I highlight it, I copy this, I control copy, right? And then I go to my document over here. Oh, somebody's modifying on this document, guys. Remember, make a copy. Okay, I can see that somebody's writing over here. So I'm going to delete this and put in Catherine's headline. We said I just highlighted everything and I put it Catherine's headline by clicking Control V, right? Control paste. Okay, so now her headline is here. Now I want to change her sub headline. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go here, highlight the sub headline, Control copy, go back here. I'm going to highlight this, Control All, delete that, put in my stuff, right? Okay, so now I can put it in, make it, you're making it wider, guys, by stretching this box over here, by dragging the sidebar. See, there is like a little bit thicker element on the side box over here, so I can drag it a little bit further, and then all the text is in one line over here. Okay, again, don't get frustrated over here. It might not work the first time you do it, but at least you can see it's actually not that big of a deal over here, and later on you can work it out. Okay, so now I have a headline and I have sub headline over here. I have a call to action, which is a button and a little description. On the button, you're always going to have click here. This is a fake button. It's not a real button. It's not a hyperlink that takes people somewhere, but we just want people to click on the banner so that it will pop up and they can read the description on the side. Okay. And then, like I said, on the bottom over here is going to be the call to action. Okay, so for me right now, it's going to be info in a description. Okay, now the last thing that you want to change is obviously the picture over here. So I have my lovely wife, Nadia, but we want to have Catherine. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to Facebook for a second. Okay, now you guys have your own pictures on your computer somewhere. So you just upload that picture to Canva. Okay, what I'm going to do is find Catherine on Facebook, and I'm going to take her profile picture from here. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Like I said, you probably have some of your picture, whether you already have it in Canva or you have it on your computer. So you can just drag that picture from your computer to here, and we're going to be able to use it. So I'm going to delete this picture. Click on it and delete it. And I'm going to take Catherine over here, make her a little bit bigger. There you go. Now I'm going to use one function that is actually not available on the free Canva, but here's a little trick, guys. If you know somebody who already have a paid Canva, you can always ask them, hey, can you do that for me? And then they just like click two things and they can remove the background of the picture. Okay, so I'm clicking on the picture and I'm clicking edit image, right? And then I'm clicking background remover. And just like that, magically, that background is going to disappear. Okay, and we have beautiful Catherine right here. There you go. Okay, so now we have the picture. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect right now, guys, but what you want to make sure is that that is clear, right? It has a good light, and you can make it better later on. Right now, I'm just trying to show you the easy options that you have in Canva, how you can quickly prepare it. So one last thing that I want to show you is that you will be creating, you probably want to change your colors, your brand colors, right? So if whatever the colors are, you can find those colors in Canva. Let's say, just for the sake of this example, I'm going to change this black over here element. Click on the element that I want to change. Then I'm going to go here and click on that black square over here on the top, right? And if I will click on this plus button, it gives me all the colors that I want. Now, if I do have my brand colors, right, I know exactly what they are. I can type in those colors over here, or I can use this Cernage, this pick color thing. And then I can just, if I have a picture of my colors, then I can always just go there and take that color from somewhere. So I actually prepared some colors over here. Let's say that Catherine is into blue, right? I'm going to choose a blue. Okay. So this is going to be blue, and this other element over here, black one, right? I also want it to be blue. Okay. And then the orange element, okay. The orange element on this side, I want it to be, let's say, a dark blue. Okay, so I'm gonna have a light blue and a dark, maybe even darker, like that. Okay, now one quick thing over here, you see there is this orange, and I also want to change this orange, but I can't click on it because now Catherine's picture is on top. So I might need to move this picture away for a second, just so I can choose this over here, and then I'm going to go here and click and choose my color that I wanted, and I can go back with this picture back to where it was. Okay, and just like that, now I have my colors. Well, let's say that she also don't like the white over here, that she wants this to be maybe some third kind of blue, let's say like that. Okay, so that's Catherine's picture banner. Okay, and let's say that this, I also want to change the color of my headline. So I'm going to click on the headline, go here, and make it white, right? Because white is going to be more visible over here, right? So it's much better. So this is going to be all white for me. Now, I don't want you to overthink it, really, guys. You can always make it better later. Right now, you just have basic skills that allows you to do it quickly. And that's the whole point, because you will be serving one person and just building your skill set. Okay, now you can see that on this banner, we also have a logo, right? Now, if you don't have a logo, delete the logo, right? There is no logo. It's okay. You don't need a logo at the beginning because you're just a neighborhood friendly Superman and not an Iron Man that's saving the humanity, okay? So with that being said, our banner is ready, okay? And I'm gonna show you really quickly right now how you can take that banner and plug it into your Facebook, okay? So now I'm gonna click on the share button in the top right corner, okay? That allows me to download this banner, okay? So I'm gonna download, and I don't want it to be MP3. I want it to be either a JPG or PNG. PNG is a little bit higher resolution, so I'm choosing that one. And I don't want to take all of these banners because there's a lot other banners below. So I just want to choose the first one that I created here. Okay, done. And then I click download. Okay, now I know that I go a little bit fast over here, guys, but you're gonna have the recording of this, so you can always go back and do it again. Right now, I want you to test, and I want you to see how fast it can be to modify all these things and build it for yourself. Right? It's not a big thing if you know what to do. Okay, so now this is downloaded to my desktop, to my computer. And just for the sake of this example, I'm going to show you guys in my Facebook. Catherine, later on, we're gonna plug it into yours. But since I can't do it on yours, I'm just going to show you on mine. Okay, so this is my Facebook, and this is my profile. When you will go to your Facebook, normally you have this screen. This is your home, right? And you want to go and click on your Facebook profile picture, right? So it will take you to your Facebook profile. So that's your banner over here. Sometimes, like those of you who have something great, if you don't have anything over here, then you're going to put in your first thing. Okay. And you click on this, edit cover photo, and upload photo. Okay. And now I'm going to go to download it. Okay. And in the downloads, I'm going to have this banner that I created right now with Catherine. And I plug it in over here. Now I have a chance to move it up and down over here a little bit, right? So I just need to make sure that my text is visible, right? That everything that is important is visible. That you know, the head of Catherine's head is not cut in the middle, right? So I can just drag it a little bit lower. In case something doesn't fit, you can always go back to Canva and just move some stuff, right? I will show you in a second how easily you can move. So if I like this, guys, then I'm just gonna click save, right? And this banner is gonna be on my Facebook profile from now on. Okay. Now I don't want Catherine, I don't want it to turn into Catherine. Not that I don't like her, but I feel like people would probably not react very well to that. So I'm gonna stay me, but let's say that you have this right now, okay, and it fits, everything works. One other thing that you do want to check is once you will upload this on Facebook, you also want to go to your phone and check it out if everything looks good on your phone, okay, because the phone version is a little bit different, and it might be the case that you need to go back to Canva and move things around so it fits better both on the desktop and on your phone. Most people are actually using Facebook from their phone, which means it's very important that this looks good on the phone. Okay, so let's say that I went there and on my phone, actually, I don't know, maybe the title was cut over here. So I'm going to show you really quickly what are the possibilities over here to move it around. Okay, so maybe I need to move Catherine's face a little bit more to the left. Okay, and then I need to move this and a little bit lower as well because it was too high, and I need to move everything else. So look, I'm just hovering over the element that I want to move, right? And then I keep my left mouse button pressed, and I'm moving the stuff down, right? So I'm moving everything down. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's too far, so I need to make it shorter, right? Like this. Check this out. And then I'm going to move this one a little bit here, right? Okay, now I checked it out. Like I'm going to move this one as well and this one as well. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Now it should be okay. So now I download again, upload on Facebook, and check out if it works. Okay, that's all it is. We have the banner, guys. Okay, so one thing over here, now that we have the banner over here, this is the most important thing, and most people are forgetting about this one, guys. So let me be clear on this. You gotta put a description for this funnel. Like we put this button over here for a reason, right? You want to click on this button because it will pop up this picture. right? Like that. And then on the right side over here, people will see a little description. This description is when you put the real link, right? This is how they can come to your house. This is how they can come to your event. So that link has to be here. And each time you're changing this banner, that description is disappearing. So you have to put it there again. Okay. And you do it very, very easily by clicking the edit button over here. And then you put in like a nice headline or a nice question that will tease them, that will create a little curiosity. And you put your link either to the event or to the group that we'll be building tomorrow. Okay. So that's the one thing that we're doing, and it's pretty much the one that takes the most time, I guess, in preparation. But let me show you really quickly other elements over here on Facebook. Like I can see that we are like a bit over time, but it's not going to be long, guys. I think we have maybe 10 more minutes. So I hope it's okay with you. We go like a 10 minutes over time over here. But other than that, we're going to give you additional half an hour later on. So everybody here will be able to go inside the small rooms with a coach and then show us maybe how you do something, all right? Or maybe you have some questions. We're going to stay here for you, answer your questions. Right now, I just need literally 10 more minutes to explain to you what are the other elements on Facebook, the profile that we set up in order to really increase the chances that people will come to your little party or come to your house, which is the group on Facebook, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do it. In case some of you guys can't stay any longer, this is recorded, and these recordings will be available for you, so you can also watch the replay as well. Okay, now let me just quickly show you about these other elements. And if we go back to our workbook, see, so I put in the call to action, I put the description. We prepared this banner, we plugged it in on Facebook. Now the second thing that we're having on Facebook is the little bio, okay? And I want to show you where this bio is. The bio is here. This is the little text that you have over here. And this, if I click on edit bio, right, it shows you exactly, I'm going to delete this for a second. It shows that you can put in over here 100 characters. You see? 100 characters. That's all you got. So it's very short. And the best practice over here is that you're just giving to people a little call to action, okay, and a link to your event. Okay, so I gave you some examples in our workbook, right? There's one example over here, and then you have a second example over here, and a third example, right? So just come up with a short call to action, right? And then the link. Now, sometimes that link can be a link to your event, and sometimes it can be a link to your Facebook group. Now, I want to sell you a little trick over here, how to make this link short, like this over here, right? So there is a little program called Bitly, okay? It's also free, but I'm going to do it really quickly, guys, because I don't want to spend too much time on it. If you will need some tutorials about how to use this, we're going to record a little video. And in this video, we're going to walk you through exactly, like step by step, how to do this. But check this out, how quickly you can create a short link. So I'm going to go to this bit.ly.com, okay? And you will create your account. It's free, right? Obviously, they have a paid version, but you don't need it. I'm using free one, okay? I'm not paying for this. So this is the free version. And then how I create the link is this. I'm going to this create new button. I go to link, and then here I'm putting in my long version link. So let's say I'm going to show you, if I go to my Facebook group, okay, this is our School of Self-Mastery on Facebook. This is my link to School of Self-Mastery. It's not too long, but it's still quite long, right? So let's say I'm going to take my School of Self-Mastery and I'm going to plug it in over here. Okay, this is my community group, right? I can just name it so I remember. Community group. Okay, and this is where you're going to put in your short link version. So what I can do is SOS BYB, right? Not dot, it's an underscore BYB, right? That's like a 7 signs, right? I think it's nicer. And I create the link. Now I have my short link right here. So it's always going to have this bit.ly / and then whatever you put it over there, right? So now if it was this one, okay, so copy. And that's going to be the link that I am using for my bio, right? Because in the bio, it's very important that I have a short link, right? Check this out. Actually, it goes like this. But anyway, you see now how you can make this link very, very short. Okay, so you plug in that call to action, create your dream relationship, and the link for Catherine, right? Create the best relationship and the link. Or let me help you create the best relationship and the link. I think it's still going to be below 100 signs. Okay, so that goes over here, and this is yet another option for people to attract people to your next level of your funnel, right? Attract them either to your event or to your funnel. They can click here and we'll take them to the next step. Now, the next part over here is the intro. Okay, intro is right here. These are the information that you can share with people on Facebook, so they have like a quick understanding of who you are. But if you're going to have a lot of stuff over here, nobody will read it, right? So you have to make sure that you turn off all the things that are not relevant to your avatar. Okay, you're not putting your resume over here. And look, I'm going to click on this edit button. Look how many options you have over here. So some people, they just have everything turned on, and they have like all the degrees, they have all the schools, the marriage status, and all these things. Sometimes it makes sense. In most cases, most of these tabs will be turned off, and you only want to brag or share information that makes sense to your avatar. Okay, the less is more. That's the rule over here. And the most important part over here is this link again, right? You just want to give people as many opportunities to follow you to the next step as possible. And you also don't want to confuse them, which means you cannot have multiple links over here if you really want to drive attention to one thing, right? Confused mind is not making any decisions. So if you're going to give options to people, they will choose nothing, all right? Yeah. That's why you have to give them one option. That's that's how you're going to optimize the conversion from this particular place on Facebook. If they only have one option, and this one option should be either your community group or the nearest event, the nearest theme party that you're throwing on Facebook, which is what I have over here right now. Okay. Now, how do you do that? I click on this edit button, and I'm going to scroll to websites, and I'm going to click on this pencil over here. And now I have websites and social media links. Okay. And again, I'm going to click on this pencil over here, and now I can add a website. Right now, obviously, again, I like I told you, you only want to have one. So I already have one, so I can potentially just change this one to the one that I want. Right,
Mike. Can you zoom in a lot bigger? I can barely see. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for that, guys. Like in case of something like this, you have to let me know. I'm doing my best over here to give you all the information in a nutshell, guys. But if you can't see, that's obviously not going to work. So we went to this here, and we're going to put in that bit.ly link here as well. Okay, then you're going to click save this one over here, and it's going to be saved like this. So when you go back to your to your Facebook main view, that link is going to be here. Okay, now the last thing, this is literally the last thing over here today, and we're going to be done with the Facebook, with the setting up Facebook profile, are these featured photos. Okay, now when it comes to featured photos, there is many schools what you can do over here right now. They used to be pictures. Right now you can actually put in videos over here as well, and you can see that I have one video where I was promoting something, right? And I have two pictures. Now these pictures are very small, so you can't really put in a lot of copy on this. You want to put like a tagline on this featured photo, or some information, maybe a mock-up of your program, right? Something that you're doing next, maybe an information about your next event. Okay, when people click on it, it enlarges, right? And it is shown like, I think, for 15 seconds or something. So you can actually invite them to click on it. You can literally just say, click here, right? So they click here, and then all of a sudden they have a bigger picture, right? That makes sense. Okay. Now, another thing that is important to know regarding this featured photo is that this is just yet another graphic element that can attract the attention of someone to click the link over here. These featured photos, they can't really have a real link in them, but you can put an information on this featured photo, like link above, and these signs over here, right? So when somebody comes to my Facebook and they say, they see this for like a split second, stop learning, start doing, link above, and they have this link here, right? So that is how you're utilizing these featured photos. Okay, and I'm going to go back to Canva really quickly, guys, to show you how you can now quickly utilize this design and create your Canva featured photos. Okay, now we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I just want to show you literally how you will quickly do this with Canva. So I'm going to open myself a new Canva over here, and the size of Canva that you need is you go to this create a design in the top right corner, and you're going to type in story. Okay, you choose Facebook story, and that's the size for the featured photo. This is the size that you need. Okay. Now, if I don't want to like start from scratch of the design, I can actually go back to my this design that I created over here, and I'm going to highlight everything, right? Highlight everything, Control C, and I'm going to go back to here and Control V, and look, and I have all these elements. They're obviously in a different shape right now, and I might not need all of it. Move this. So let's say I just want to make it bigger, drag the corner, put it over here.
So Mike,
Yes.
can't you just hit the resize button and then go down and hit story from the original photo, and it'll automatically change it to story size?
No, I open a new Canva, but you can do a resize as well. But to be honest, guys, I don't show you the resize version because this was paid. That's why if you want, understood. Have a chance to resize, you're gonna have to have a paid version. You don't need that though. You can just go and create a new Canva and then just transfer it over here, right? And then just manually change the size of it, just like I'm doing it right now. Okay, so look, I'm dragging it. I'm really just showing you possibilities here. I'm just dragging the thing, making it bigger by dragging it by the corner, right? So I have this design over here and this design over here. And then I had I'm going to change this into, not this. What it was, this one, I think, something like this, right? And then let's say I might want to have a picture here or not. It depends, right? Let's say that I'm going to leave it over here. Sorry, and then I want to drag my stuff, make this bigger. Look, I can turn these around to point up because the link is up, right? So I'm turning it like this. Right now, it shows where the link is. Make this a little bit bigger as well. Right, this is going to say click the link above. Okay, now this you might want to make this big, right? Because like I said, these pictures are quite small, right? So if you're going to make this text small, nobody will be able to see it. So you might just have call to action on the whole featured photo like this, right? Click the link above. Okay, so we can move this over here. Right, and then oh, sorry. I don't need this other stuff for this one. I have 3 of these featured photos, right? So I can have just like a short information on one over here, right? And then and something else on the other one, right? Well, let's say that on this first one, on this trial one, I'm just going to have this. Click the link above. Okay, I have this, and I want to show you just how you're going to upload it on Facebook. So again, share button over here, download, PNG, and download. Okay, so it's downloading on my computer. I'm going to go to my Facebook. Here, guys. Okay, so this is my profile again. And I'm going to add a feature. Okay, add a feature. Add new. Okay, and I'm going to upload photo. This is the photo that I just downloaded from Canva. Open, and it's right here. I want this. I click on it. I click on it. So this button over here is blue. I click next. Right now here I can name it. So you've seen under the photo over here, you can actually give it like a little short name, right? So you can just say something like "Join me," right? Or "Your breakthrough," or something like this, right? Join me here. Okay, and save. All right, so now the photo is uploaded and you can see it over here. You see? Click the link above, boom, boom, boom. And you can do the same thing twice, two more times to have these 3 photos over here. You can also record a video instead, like a short video, and upload a short video over here, like a 30 seconds or something, right? So this is how you can utilize I'm going to delete this so no, the people won't be confused. You just go here, guys, click on it and highlight what you want to delete. Delete featured collection. Delete. Boom. And that's how it's gone. So I'm showing you how to delete as well, because I want you to feel free to experiment, even if it's not perfect, right? Not working very well. You can still experiment and make it better later on. Okay, so with that being said, guys, we have Facebook banner, we have bio, we have intro, and we have featured photos. One last thing is this picture over here. Just make sure that your profile photo is your face, and a smiling one as well, inviting one, right? Because this is something that people will see under every single post of yours, right? And when they hover over your picture over here, they get some information about you, right? So makes sense to have this picture really inviting and and memorable. Okay, so with that being said, we have now our business card on Facebook, guys, right? And it was really fast. So now we're going to give you a little time to ask your questions. With this being said, the stream on Facebook will stop right now. You're going to have this recording for, I'm looking the wrong camera. With this recording, guys, you can just go through it a couple times. I want you to make sure that you are actually going through this process a couple times, right? If you do it for the first time, it might be a little bit intimidating. You do the second time, it's going to be easier. You do it for the 100th time, it's going to take you 5 minutes, right? So it makes sense to learn how to do this, because you will be creating these stuff for every single party, for every single new campaign on Facebook, That's how you build that stamina, marketing stamina and skill set, so you can start communicating with people who like your stuff, who would want to join your themed parties and eventually also your programs. Okay, so that is the first yes that you want them to give you. If that yes is not there, even the most amazing program is not going to do anything. Okay, if you don't have the first yes, right? If the guy is not going to go on the date with you, right, Catherine, then there is no marriage. Okay, that's the thing. So that's why we need to make sure that this is covered, right? And we spend a little bit of time on this. Later on, you can give it to somebody else, to professionals, to do these things for you. But for now, if you don't want to spend a whole bag of money because you're building your skill set, it makes sense to do it yourself. Okay, so with that being said, guys, tomorrow we are going to dive into the second element of our funnel, and I'm going to do the same thing with your Facebook group. So now you're going to have a place where you can invite people to your house and have these little parties in that house on Facebook. Okay, thank you so much for joining today. Everybody who are in the group right now in the Zoom, you can stay. We're going to be answering your questions right now, whatever the questions are. We're going to split to Zoom rooms and see your stuff, answer your things. And for those of you who are on Facebook, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, the same time at 3 p.m. We try to be shorter than today. Today I was a little bit excited, maybe overshared a little bit, but I do hope that it gave you all the bits and pieces that you need in order to set it up for yourself and do the thing. Start the marketing and start helping people out. Thank you so much, guys, and see you, Facebook.